Going on, guys? This is Broken Solar Panel here. Today we're doing another Broken Solar Panel Q&A for the 4,000 subscribers special. Some of these are just kind of comments. Like first we have one from Uptempo03. It says, "Okay, you are not cool, you are nothing but a sped." Not exactly sure what a sped is. I know sped is the past tense term of speed. I don't know what it means by nothing but a sped, but I think it means something insulting. I think he's trying to call me lame. I'm obviously not lame. I'm the coolest dude out there. Okay, obviously not as cool as YouTubers like PewDiePie, Markiplier, you know, the ones that, you know, actually matter. But I'm still cool, though, because I sometimes break the rules and get in trouble. Can't touch this. Because once, here's a little story. I once got into a bunch of trouble with my dad, and he was driving me home from school or something. It was a long time ago. I can't tell you how many times because I don't want to give away my age, but it was a while ago. And he yelled at me so loud. At first he slammed the radio button to the turn off position, and then just started screaming in my ear while he was driving. I don't exactly remember what he said, but I swear, my left ear, because, you know, I'm American, so the steering wheel's on the left, and I was on the right. My left ear was partially deaf. Like, if I close my right ear, like, the right ear... Okay, now it's back to normal now. It's been years since that happened, but for at least a few days, I think, my left ear was just slightly less audible. So I should say I went partially deaf or whatever. I'm exaggerating when I say deaf, I guess, but it did get affected by the yelling, and the right ear was just fine because, you know, it was on the opposite side. But yeah, that just shows you how cool dude I am, how I just don't give a crap. So yeah, can't touch this. Deal with it. Okay, next question. Have I ever tried GarageBand? Well, I recently installed... You know, remember the Emotional Meltdown cover I did for the beginning of the Thunderbolt video? The Westmont Thunderbolt video? That was actually made in a program called Mixcraft 8. I recently downloaded that and made Emotional Meltdown in it, and that's the only song I made in it so far. It's a MiDi program, Mixcraft 8. I recently got it and, you know, made a pretty cool song. Okay, and Chrome 7 fan, it says, "I prefer to have a relationship. Having someone buy you gifts, encourage you to do good things, and love you. I am very happy with my relationship, and I would prefer she don't go anywhere." Okay, first of all, it's would, W-O-U-L-D, not W-O-L-D, and it's chopping up again. Anyway, you can still hear me, though. But, yeah. Okay, I can contradict everything he said here. For something buying you gifts, why don't you just buy it yourself, for God freaking sake? You don't have to have someone buy it for you, unless, you know, you live with your parents, you can have them buy it for you. But you don't have to have a relationship to have someone buy you gifts. Your relatives can buy you gifts on your birthday, you know? And, encouraging you to do good things, it's more fun to do bad things, am I right? And thinking about love you. You can love yourself, man. You can just hug yourself. You don't have to be loved to survive. You're loved by your family members, I guess, unless you live in like a hostile family, which I don't, thank God. So yeah, I live in a very loving family, and I just got a comment that said 0:30 seconds, not an air horn, by Casey Jr. What video is that on? That is on... my notifications take forever to load. I think that's ACA headquarters. Anyways, okay, back to the Q&A. Anyways, yeah, you don't have to be loved, you can just love yourself. Plus, singularity gives you freedom. So yeah, I wish I could put like a green screen with an American flag in the background, but I don't have that technology, so yeah. Okay, the Blue Streak commented on my super singularization rap video 5 months ago. At 1 minute and 31 seconds what was that game? It was a mini pool game that I made, billiards game that I made. It's like just a little mini tabletop billiards game I made out of some plywood and poplar. It's actually made out of the same type of wood that my Mega Blaster Junior is made out of. So yeah, and then it has some fabric tacked over it for the fabric that's on the pool table, and it just has marbles. and then I just use dowel rods for the pool cues. Dowel rod is also what's used as a rotator rod in the Mega Blaster Junior. Abo Lover commented on my box fan repair. How come you can't use your homemade air conditioning that I saw in your video? Well, back then the fan on it was completely wrecked. It didn't work at all. The motor was fried. It was one of those 12-volt DC hobby motors, and those aren't meant to run for long periods of time. Actually, I think it was an 18-volt DC hobby motor. I think it was slightly overpowered when I was using it, but actually no, it was running on 12 volts, wasn't it? Yeah, anyway, I did recently replace the fan with a 120-volt AC fan of the same size, and it works okay. It has 2 speeds, but it's one of those newer plastic fans, so both speeds are almost the same. There's no ice in it right now, so right now it's just a fan that blows 2 different directions. Like if I hang out in the closet, then I can open this door right here and blow in there. At the same time it's blowing out here. It's supposed to be like a portive ice packs in here, but right now there's nothing in there. See, high, there's low, off. You can't really tell what's going on. Now I would like to move my computer towards it, but the charger cable on my computer is absolute crap, and if it moves around enough, it it disables the charging process and it stops working. And we all know how bad the battery is. Well, at least some of you, at least I know how bad the battery quality is on my laptop. It can barely last for 5 minutes before dying completely. It's absolute crap. So I just keep my laptop plugged in all the time. And Coiny2 commented, make Tri-Blaster. Yeah, I got a lot of comments, at least a few comments, saying that I should make the Tri-Blaster siren real. Well, because of the cost of the parts of the Mini Thunderbolt and the fact that the Tri-Blaster is a kind of complex siren, I actually tried 3D modeling a piece of it once, but then just gave up immediately. Like, I got the front plate where the horns are mounted done, along with 1 chopper and 1 stator, but not the gearbox and everything that's used to run it and the motor thing, and I just gave up on it completely. Because I was just like, oh, there's no way I'm going to be able to do this. So I just gave up on it. So, yeah, it was a 3D model, it was a mini Tri-Blaster attempt. Never finished it, never printed it, probably never will, but I don't know. Obtained Purse from Roblox commented, you know you can make your own timer for the Mega Blaster instead of connecting it to your Midland WR100. The timer, or the weather radio isn't a timer, it just picks up the signal from the weather station or whatever controls the weather radio, is the EMA. And then when the weather radio gets triggered, it turns on the Mega Blaster Junior to run the alert signal until the weather radio or Mega Blaster Junior is turned off, or both, or whatever. So the just making my own timer wouldn't really fix it. It would just make it so I have a timer so it can control signals. That's what a timer does, I think. Okay, DerpyPug27 commented, how do you make the sirens auto-activate? How to make it sirens auto-activate? I just told you, it's the weather radio. And when the weather radio is triggered, it turns on the Mega Blaster Junior. So yeah, and when it auto-activates, like when it turns to, oh yeah, here we got a comment saying, is the Mega Blaster Junior, from Danuke26 Roblox, I'm assuming that means Roblox, is the Mega Blaster Junior hooked up to the 2001 signal system somehow? No, that would be technically hacking the system, and I don't want what happened in Dallas, Texas to happen here in Omaha, so I just do it the safe way and use the weather radio. And when I do the tests, you're probably thinking it does hook up, but no. I listen for the Hickory Ridge 2001 to sound off, and when it does, a few seconds later, I'm already downstairs and I hit the power switch in the Mega Blaster Junior, which turns it on, and then I turn it off a minute later to prevent it from overheating, because it doesn't have a proper cooling system on it yet. Because the amplifier gets hot easily, and I bet that's actually probably what caused the glitch back in 2016, I think. When I first did the Mega Blaster Junior video and the tone generator started crapping out. That probably wasn't the tone generator, that's probably the amplifier. Okay, Christopher Kuhn commented, could you make the 3D files available for download? I don't feel like for making mini Thunderbolt pieces available for download until I have it fully optimized, until I have a fully functional mini Thunderbolt, because I don't want to put any faulty pieces online. Because I want to make sure I have all of the files perfectly made before I think about putting them online anywhere. And Chunky Cherry 3 commented, why isn't there a Thunderbolt game piece for this TSM Monopoly? That is because the horn, because if I would have made a piece that small, the horn would simply probably snap off because of how thick, or because of how thin the neck is. on a Thunderbolt's horn, if I scaled it down enough, then it would just simply snap, like, really easily. Alright, Thunderbolt Alert 1003 commented on the Wings of a Butterfly TSM Views video. Why did you put a freaking satanic pentagram in the thumbnail? Well, that's because the band HAM, their band symbol was a pentagram. It was just a purple pentagram, but it was gray in the Wings of a Butterfly music video, where the light on top of the skyscraper was spinning around, and it projects pentagrams everywhere, which I thought was kind of cool. And during like the beginning of the song, like it has like a drone shot or whatever, and it goes up to the skyscraper that shows the light, and it projects like pentagrams all over the sky and all over the clouds while it's like storming outside. It's kind of cool. And there's also a pentagram on the front of the skyscraper too. So that's why I put a pentagram. And then also he commented, I really want to hear the parody you were going to make. Yes, I was going to make a parody of Wings of a Butterfly, but my singing skills suck so badly these days. Yes, I know they were decent for the original I'm Thunderbolt, but my voice has kind of changed over the years, and it's not really as good for singing anymore, as it really kind of sucks. I remember when I tried to sing Emotional Meltdown on that video of the game with the word hell in it, and it sounded like crap. Yeah. And even with an auto-tuner, it sounds like garbage. So, yeah. When I tried to make the parody, I only changed the rip out the Wings of a Butterfly parts, and changed them with my voice, saying break the controls off an ATI, and with some small editing. You want to hear an example? Here's the example. Break the controls off an ATI. Break the controls off an ATI. Oh yeah, and also here's me singing Emotional Meltdown with an auto-tuner with Mixcraft 8. Meltdown, I'm having a meltdown. Meltdown, emotional meltdown. Meltdown, I'm having a meltdown. Meltdown, emotional meltdown. Creeper Boy and Friends, he put, once you have the Mini Thunderbolt hooked up to controls, we sound it with the Mega Blaster Jr. I'm trying to get the Mini Thunderbolt to be louder than the Mega Blaster Jr. so it can replace it. Because the Mega Blaster Jr. is a little more fragile, I think, because the controls are like electronic, and Mega Blaster Jr. is not as powerful. Anyway, the Blue Streak commented, what got you into tornado sirens? Well, several years ago I was watching, okay, here's another little story that might make the video kind of long. Several years back, I used to be into fans, like, you know, like desk fans, ceiling fans, floor fans, box fans, industrial fans, you know, stuff like that. I used to be a fan man. And I used to like be really into fixing fans and stuff. And then I was watching a YouTube poop on this channel with fans or whatever, and I think the channel name was like Emerson Colley or something. And he made a YouTube poop video, and it had a Wayland 2810 doing a whale tone or Wayland 2809 or whatever, and that got me curious as to what it was. So I looked it up on YouTube, and then I immediately got interested in tornado sirens, and I've been interested in sirens ever since. And oh yeah, and then I eventually watched my first Random Siren Insanity, and that got me an idea to start Tornado Siren Madness. And then when Uranium Force 9000, which is what his name was back then, scripted the first episode, and then I made that episode, and then more people started scripting episodes, and TSM just took off from there. So yeah, and do I have an animation tablet? No, I use my Windows 7 computer, which is the one that got the blue screen, but it hasn't blue screened since that first one, so it's alright. Okay, Cool Domino says, how's the Mini Thunderbolt coming along? I haven't done an upload yet, or haven't done an update yet, because the Mini Thunderbolt doesn't really need to be updated yet, because it's had very, very small changes to it. Not anything worth updating, because like the most recent thing that happened is the rubber band to the rotator broke, and I had to replace that, because it wore out anyway, and it was slipping, so I had to replace it, and that's like all I did so far. And I guess also clean the collector rings once, but yeah. Wait, who commented this one? Hey, I forgot to take the username from the one that says in glue chaos, but there is a commenter that says, when I get some glue, Do I have the same hairline and clothes in reality, or is that just your imagination because the design makes you look hipster? Well, the 8-bit sprite of me that I created is supposed to more or less be based off the outfit I had on when I was doing my super singularization rap, which was that white shirt with the black sleeves and the sweats with the blue stripe down the side. That's basically what I was trying to emulate with that 8-bit sprite. Oh, and speaking of 8-bit sprites, if you've ever heard of this new program that I heard was coming out called NES Maker or NES Maker, it got me thinking I should make a Broken Solar Panel Adventures side-scrolling video game. Yeah, I never bought the program, but I did at some point start trying to design the game. Hang on, look up on my notepad file some stuff I was working on. I kind of gave up on it because I think down upon myself a lot. Save changes, yes. Stupid error messages. This one's just some sort of Unicode thing. Come on. Anyway, and the music you were hearing at the end of the latest TSM Monopoly video when the camera batteries died was actually the Game Over track I created in Famitracker for the BSP Adventures game that I was trying to come up with. Here is BSP Adventures. BSP Adventures World 1 Side-Scroller. Power-ups. Invincibility. Mini Thunderbolt, which is the icon, the power-up, which gives me invincibility. And I'm Thunderbolt's main part starts playing, and the invincibility power lasts until the end of that part of the song. So it goes. You know, I'm just gonna play that part of the song. I'm just gonna play the invincibility song. The Shoop Whoop power up. You can grab it if you like, if you can find it, and you can use it to obtain it. And you press up on the control panel. The control panel. I think I had tornado sirens in my mind again. And the D-pad, you know, the NES D-pad, to use the Shoop Whoop. And it can take out any enemies on screen in front of the laser in one shot and blast through certain walls. It can also take out half a boss's life. Each Shoop Whoop can be only used once. There's gun power, which if you grab it, it'll take out an enemy in one shot instead of 3. The gun will obviously be the Thunderbolt pistol that I used in some of my random Siren Shorts videos. You know, this thing. So basically the firing stance would probably look something like this. Like, you know, like Mega Man kind of thing. Or maybe like this. And then like a red laser kind of pellet or whatever would come out of it. I never made the firing sound effect yet, but it'd probably sound something like a pew, like a pew, like Nintendo, like a zapper kind of thing. Anyways, normal enemies you would shoot. It takes 3 powers to make them disappear, or you can, you know, jump on them. Unless they have like something on top, like maybe if there's like fire or spikes or whatever on top, then you have to shoot it to make it go away. So I guess this game is similar to Super Mario, but yeah, there are a lot of side scrollers that are probably similar to Mario, like Crash Bandicoot, which I happen to have on Game Boy Advance. I have a Game Boy Advance SP. Okay, Hickory Ridge Park. Level 1, which is part of World 1. The story. Hickory Ridge Park 2001 has been struck by lightning and has gained a huge amount of evil energy and has become huge. The player character is me, BSP. Not going to give out my real name, so it's going to be labeled probably as BSP in the actual game if I ever did this. Enemies would be mini 2001s that move back and forth. Poison Ivy, which is stationary, so if you touch it you get hurt. Rabbits that move to the left and or right, so this is Hickory Ridge, and there's rabbits in Hickory Ridge, so yeah. Rabbits that move to the left and or right. There's thorns, which are also stationary, which can take a little bit of health if you touch them. Trees that you can walk under, but occasionally you drop twigs, which is probably the most random one, which can hurt you. You can walk on top of the trees, too. The trees are stationary. Things that you can walk on or collide into. Broken trees, like if there's just a stump, like a tree trunk, so no actual tree parts. Power boxes, like you know, like the boxes, those green boxes you see on the side of the road or whatever. Can hurt you if you stand on them too long. Like if you stand on them too long, they'll like shock you or something. Small houses, like you can jump on roofs. Trees, you can climb the trees if they have a straight trunk, but you don't collide with the trunks. You can you can go in the middle and you climb up like a ladder. But, if you have the shoot-to-whoop power and you push up, as long as you're within the ladder range, you won't fire the shoot-to-whoop. You'll just climb up. You can only fire the shoot-to-whoop if you're not in front of a ladder. In level 2, of it has bushes that if you go into them, you go behind them and slow down until you exit the bush. You can jump out of the bushes, and you may find hidden objects in the few bushes, like chicken strips or power-ups. Chicken strips are kind of like the coins. You get 100 of them, you get an extra life. I like microwavable chicken strips. They're pretty delicious. Enemies, 2001. Stationary. I forgot to make a power-ups list, but I'll talk about some of the power-ups. I really like chocolate milk, so I decided to have something clever where there'd be a chocolate milk, there's like a small jug for like regaining some health, and then there's like a 1 gallon jug you grab and you get full health again. Something like that. And then for checkpoints, maybe it would be like the Mega Blaster Jr. You grab that, or you stand in front of it and it turns around and says checkpoint on the back or something. You get chocolate milk glasses or whatever for a little bit of health, and then chocolate milk full jugs, like full 1 gallon jugs for health gain. You can fall in cliffs, and that could kill you too. So, yeah. Anyway, enough about that game. I've made this video already about 25 minutes long, without editing, so it'll probably be a little bit shorter at the end. So, it all says, let's test the volume pitch, volume range of the Mini Thunderbolt and the Mega Blaster Jr. Again, because, I have the Mini Thunderbolt repaired, since it fell down and broke itself that last time, and it has the new horn, it has the plastic horn now, so I'll be able to get a better result. But the Mini Thunderbolt seems like it goes at about 56 on this thing. It says VU, I don't know what that means. Mega Blaster Junior goes at about 53 or 52. So yeah, Mini Thunderbolt wins this one. So yeah, there you go. This is Broken Solar Panel. Signing off. Where did I put my shades? Signing off. Stay cool and break the rules.